Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Brittany. I am a stay-at-home mom of two. I make videos about motherhood, lifestyle, trying to find myself again after having two kiddos back to back. And now I'm going to be dabbling in homeschool content, which is what this whole video is about. A little bit of a backstory. My son will be 3 in a month. It is the beginning of September, so he'll be 3 in a month. And he's kind of at that cutoff where preschools, like he doesn't make the preschool cutoff to start preschool this year, and he also is like ready for more learning activities. So I thought, what better time to just try homeschool, dabble in homeschool than right now. And that is kind of the plan that our family is going through. I thought that today I could kind of share with you what my plans are for homeschool, where we're starting, and what I kind of hope to do and get out of homeschool, and yeah, share that. This will be, again, our first time doing anything like this, and I kind of just plan to be very go with the flow, see what works and what doesn't work, make changes and adapt things as needed until we kind of get into the groove and see what works for our family. That being said, I wanted to go ahead and start off by showing you this little homeschool basket bin that I made and what is in here, share the kind of curriculum that we plan on using and what all of that entails. I decided to just keep this basket handy with our curriculum and the things that we need each week, because I can just store it away when we're not doing homeschool, but then I can pull it out and take it into our little playroom where we're gonna do homeschool whenever it's time for homeschool. So it is the first day of September today. Tomorrow is September 2nd, technically Labor Day, but we don't really have any Labor Day plans. So we are just starting that as our first homeschool day, the start of the school year, if we shall. And the first thing that I want to do for his homeschool is I created this morning journal. This is just a sketch pad that I got at the store, and then I made this cute little graphic on Canva, and then I just basically made it the cover of this. And my plan for his morning journal is each day when he wakes up, I'm gonna have it at his little table, and I'm going to model and show him how to do it, and he can independently do his morning journal while I get breakfast ready. Otherwise, I find that he either does one of two things in the morning when he wakes up. He either is very like whiny and fussy and has a hard time like going off to independent play, or he just wants to watch TV, and neither of those are what I really want for him. So that is the idea behind the morning journal. Now, I have so many pins saved on Pinterest of ways for him to do this morning journal. I think it's also Hey Let's Play or something like that on Instagram that has so many ideas of how to do this. And typically I feel like each night I will go ahead and open to a new page and create the activity for him to do the next morning. The first one I did, I had this worksheet already printed from a couple months ago, and I was like, I might as well use it. But what it is was this little worksheet, and I think it was from the stay-at-home teacher on Teacher Pay Teacher, but I just cut it and adapted it for my son. But he basically has these little candy shapes that I printed, or that I cut out, and the task is to put the candy shapes in the correct candy jar. So the candies that are a triangle, he would put in this box, rhombus, square, and circle in each box. To make it a little bit easier for him, I also color coded it so all of the triangle candies are green, so that way he can match the color and the shape. He's pretty good about doing this type of stuff, and that honestly is the goal with the morning journal, is things that he can do independently, but he's still practicing different things. So this is what is going to start off our homeschool days. The next thing in our little homeschool basket is our curriculum, which my sister ended up getting this curriculum for my son for his, I think, 2nd birthday. It's a teacher in our hearts. but it is ABC Here Do, See Here Do curriculum, and it basically goes over uppercase letters. So each week you are focusing on a letter, and the first week is the letter C, and it gives you the lesson plan, and then it gives you enrichment ideas that are craft ideas, games, snacks, and books. So I went through and basically got all of the things that we needed for homeschool and for this curriculum and put it together in this bin. So the things we needed, this is my curriculum guide, so it's basically like the lesson plans, and then we also have the coloring book and the uppercase letter, like posters kind of. The books, since it's going over C, one of the books was The Very Hungry Caterpillar, so I have that one in here. And then also 2 other books, The Best Mouse Cookie, so we can emphasize the C on cookie, click, clack, moo, cows that type. Again, lots of C's for us to emphasize. So these are books we will read throughout the week, which again, all of in this bin is the stuff that I will need per the week. So basically on like a Friday afternoon or Saturday or Sunday, I will kind of revamp this basket for the next week. So those are for the curriculum. We also have the flashcards, so it has each letter with the animal that we need. Those are in there. I also have 2 dot markers because one of the activities I have is a C that we are dotting. And then in this folder, I have the other materials I need for the curriculum. So I have this bag of C-lettered animals in here because it's part of the curriculum. I just created those on Canva, printed them, and laminated them. I have blank paper just in case. I also have the kind of like craft that we're gonna do for the first week, and then these stickers to put around it. Then I have the C that we're gonna dot to dot. And yeah, basically just stuff that we're using for homeschool, some other worksheets that I printed and can use in the morning journal. Yeah, just basically anything that I'm gonna need for the week of curriculum, I am just gonna throw into this folder so I keep it all in one place and I know where it is. I also found these at Hobby Lobby at the end of like last spring, and I ended up picking them up because I thought they were perfect to go with our curriculum, like C for cat. So that's another thing we can do is color the C for cat. And then I also have this little counting like workbook that I got at the Target dollar spot, but I really liked how simple it was. It comes with a tens frame, it comes with tracing the one and line practice, and then it comes with a sticker for the number value for each tens frame. This isn't something we're gonna do every day, but just I thought to add in if needed. I also have a little planner in here, which I made my homeschool planner. So I already went ahead and mapped out like our curriculum for September and the letters we're doing and what we're doing on each day. And then I have sticky notes that told me like what materials I needed to grab and needed to put in the bin and needed to create for the week. So I have that. And then the other things I have in here are to help my son with his speech. So things that we've gotten from his speech teacher, which are these little like flashcards, consonant, vowel, and vowel consonant flashcards. Also these oral motor mouth exercises, and a little like mirror to watch how your mouth produces the sounds, and these first words flashcards. It's also a matching game. That is everything that is in my little homeschool bin here. Oh no, I totally forgot. I also have a clipboard. My thought with this clipboard is that I can clip on like the C that we're gonna do, and then he can just do the dot to dot right there in the playroom by like our circle time center. same thing, anything he needs to do like color wise, we can do that right here, which that reminds me that I planned on putting like crayons or markers in here. I think I want to get those little like pipsqueak markers from the store and just throw them in here and keep those in here as like our designated homeschool markers, but I haven't added those yet. So that is everything that is in my homeschool bin. I will also go ahead and show you like our homeschool / daily schedule cards that I made, and then also our kind of like homeschool circle center board. All right, so this is on the side of my fridge, and this is like our schedule. I don't necessarily want to call it our homeschool schedule because it's honestly just like our daily schedule. Being a teacher, I feel like I just really thrive on schedule and routine, and this is totally the teacher in me coming out by creating this visual schedule. But I also feel like kids thrive on routine, and I really think that having this on the fridge and for us to be able to kind of reference throughout the day and show my son what comes next is going to be really beneficial for homeschool. So I basically made it on Canva, and I have every single thing in here. Like, we wake up, we brush our teeth, we get dressed, his morning journal, breakfast. We either will do playtime and sensory or one or the other. Circle time, and then our first little bout of homeschool. Can you stop? And then snack time, and then we'll finish homeschool. Motor skills and or outside, just depending on the day. Lunch, quiet time, snack, playtime and or sensory bin or table toys, motor and or outside, TV time, dinner, playtime. Then we have like the bedtime routine, bath, brush teeth, PJs on, story time, and bedtime. Over here, I literally pulled these out of my teaching stuff, these two things. This is just to hold the other cards because I have extra playtimes, and then I have other random special things in here like a fire truck for going to visit daddy, music class, library, nature class, going to the park, going bye-bye, going grocery shopping, going on a play date, going to the park. So I'll kind of switch this up depending on the day of the week and what we have going on that day. And then this is a visual timer, so as you put however many minutes you want, it'll show in red, and then it decreases as the time goes down. But this for his age is so beneficial, literally even for things like, okay, in 5 minutes it's gonna be quiet time, or we have 10 more minutes of homeschool, or in 2 minutes we're gonna play outside, whatever it may be. That is so useful. This is the next kind of thing that we're gonna be using in homeschool. And it's just this Velcro daily calendar that I got off of Amazon, but it's just gonna help us go through circle time. So we'll sing the days of the week song, the months of the year song, and then we'll put the day, the date, and the month and go over that, talk about the seasons, and then we pick what weather it is and stick it up there, pick how he feels today and stick it there, and then also dress the bear for the weather. So I plan to honestly do homeschool right here, which I'm gonna show you real life right now because I did not pick the playroom up before I did this, but basically we will start homeschool with a semi-clean playroom, and right here we will just sit for circle time. I feel like it's the perfect spot because we already have the calendar here, and then we already have the window to see the weather and whatnot. So I plan to do a majority of homeschool here, and then any other homeschool probably at the kitchen table. Okay, so that is everything that I have accumulated for homeschool so far, and the areas and things that we're going to be using for homeschool. Diving a little deeper into like what I plan to do. So as I said, when he wakes up first thing, I plan to have his morning journal on his table. While I'm making breakfast, he can do this. And then as far as when it comes to actual homeschool time, I plan to go to our circle time mat and do that, the days of the week, the months of the year, the weather, how he's feeling, all of that kind of stuff, and then jump into our curriculum, which it's kind of nice because the way that the lesson plan is laid out, the lesson plan basically can be our circle time as well. So I'm gonna incorporate the lesson plan into circle time, and then we will go ahead and read a book each day that goes along with the letter of the week. And then we'll do one of the activities, which again, I said we will just do right there. And the way I kind of have it laid out is that Mondays we are doing circle time and the lesson plan, which basically is just gonna make it a little more like enriched circle time, I guess you could say. Tuesdays we will do circle time, and then we will move to doing the craft for our curriculum. And depending what the craft is, we can either do it right there at circle time. Like this week, since we're just putting stickers on a letter C caterpillar, we could totally just do it right there on the clipboard. But if it's more involved, we will go to the kitchen table. Wednesday, we go over the lesson plan again and we read another book. And then on the first day, we're doing like the little C coloring page. So the next day I plan to do the dot to dot C, or even color the little wooden letter. And then on Thursdays is a snack and a game. So it has a snack to go with it. And again, it's just really emphasizing the C. And then there's games to go with it, like finding C objects around the house. Fridays I left open, and I plan to make those days like catch-up days. So if we missed a day throughout the week, or if we didn't finish stuff throughout the week, time to catch up then. And also like field trip and like getting out of the house time for Fridays. That is what I plan to do. Again, I am totally new to all of this, and it really depends how my son is feeling and how he adapts to everything. And will kind of be fluid and change as needed. I love the idea of this curriculum because my son really does need to practice his speech and his letter sounds, but I'm also open to a more theme-based curriculum. I was looking at the preschool, Peaceful Preschool, and I really loved that. I also like plain preschool, those two curriculums. So I might kind of add those into our school year and either kind of add them after this lesson plan, because again, this isn't super intense, or maybe like switch where we do this one week and then we do that one another week. Yeah, I don't know. It's all kind of up in the air, but I'm very excited to get started. And if you have any questions, go ahead and drop them in the comments. And if you want to see anything else about homeschool, like if you want to see a day in our life when we do homeschool, I totally can do that too. But yeah, thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.